Hello, and welcome back to Stellaris, where last time we started our empire. We found some precursor artifacts in our home system, several of them, and we also encountered the Tarathian Commonwealth, who I don't particularly like, and they don't like me. And our various factions were beginning to be founded, and we colonized Fulgor Prime and Fulgor City in the Fulgor system, named after the old elemental god of lightning. We're also running, unfortunately, quite low on consumer goods, an issue I am currently attempting to remedy. And that is where we are at. And actually, if they're going to close borders to me, I'm going to close borders to them. It's simply how it goes, fam. Yeah, I got a little bit of vocal fry from the last tyranny thing I did, so. Figured I'd record this while recovering. But I need to buy more of these. And I'm not going to sell minerals. I will, however, sell, or alloys. I will, however, sell minerals. That should fix the economy issue. Hey, it does. It also means that we're generating 0 energy credits, which is a problem. So I'll have to sell 30. However, speaking of precursor artifacts, the team we set down to the surface of Concord encountered far more obstacles than anticipated. The coordinates we received in the ancient alien research base pointed to an exceptionally craggy part of Concord where the landscape was filled with vertical stone surfaces and deep fissures. The team pressed on and eventually reached the indicated location, a natural cave formation. No need to ask them to take a closer look. The splunking is already afoot. Just be cautious. We don't know what we might find.
Construction completed.
All I ask is caution, where caution is due. And we'll see what we find.
Research concluded.
To increase the fleet, I imagine. Cool. Cool. Oh, there they go shooting again. That may pick up on mic. Hopefully it won't. Yeah.
Knowledge is the key
I'm gonna
to
build...
the universe. Construction completed.
Oh, shit. I should have claimed that. Oh, well. Well, construction is pretty much done, but I do need to wait until we discover other things, and... I should actually go to Fleet Manager, and I should change that to that. And then I will, of course, get... Well, more mineral from miners is good, but also so is being able to have the building. But I need to go to the ship designer. I need to... basically stop at auto-generating designs. Oh, especially not, because these are auto-picket ships, which is atrocious. These need to be missile boats. It's a trash design, is what that is. Alright, what do we figured out on Concord? Dark Secret. The archaeology team investigating the natural cave on Concord have reported back. They found a tremendous, abandoned stockpile of natural resources. There were no doors, no locks, no traps. Just a cave full of industrial valuables. Head scientists would like to investigate further still. Plentiful as it may be, the obviousness of the booties evoked a theory that the hidden cache is merely a ruse, that another type of treasure is to be found. Well, I think that will put us over... It will not put us over our cap. Keep searching. And prepare for war.
Research concluded.
Psionic theory. The mind is in itself many ways a reflection of the universe itself. A microcosmos. All species may not reach this insight, but their minds are tools greater than any other. And indeed, there are many secrets. So 2 city districts, just so I have 3 city districts, and then the rest of it is going to be all energy, because this is going to be all city. And Airsil Prime. Well, I'm going to build the embassy. Well, I should build robotic assembly plants. Aha! We've established communications with the coalition of Black Star. But first, they claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on our communique. Strategos Vox sends regards from the ruling council of the coalition of Black Star. We are hoping for a productive relationship with your impressive nation, and our military has been instructed to treat all members of your species with respect. This is an stratocracy of hegemonic imperialists, but they are xenophiles and they are egalitarian. Yeah, because I think I had these guys originally set up to be Democratic Crusaders. But I think they changed the weights of how the AI responds. Because several of the species have gone through some tweaking. But we could learn much from each other, Gox.
Situation log has been updated.
Research projects. They're suspicious of us. They are cordial. They are superior in tech, which is a little bit fearsome. So I would like to improve relationships. And I would like to guarantee their independence. Aha, dark secret. The resource cache was a deception. A hidden recording device was eventually found within the cave. Eons ago, my species, at the time known as the Relentless, laid waste to the galaxy. Any sentient alien that crossed our path was engaged by our fleets without hesitation or mercy. Eventually, we evolved beyond our warmonger ways. We looked at our bloody history and no longer felt pride, only shame and regret. Retracing our ancestors' step, the rest is scrambled. Scientist Jeanette Dupont is convinced that the distortion can be restored, but it will take some time.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Cool, we got
Ship
harvesting
upgrades
traps,
applied.
so fusion reactor, and then while that's going on, since you can now build, and I'm aware that we are bleeding energy credits, I'm trying to fix that with Full Gore Prime.
Construction completed.
It's simply going to take time. Retracing our ancestors' step on a quest for redemption. we reached this system. Here, our predecessors annihilated the Thwapir race. We didn't know that the Thwapir had concealed another species, the Era, by using a procedure which suppressed the intellectual capacity of the Eras, rendering them harmless to us. The effect is irreversible. The Era are still mere savages. Now we hope that one day they'll find their way back to the stars, and then we'll find our tokens of atonement. Huh. So they tried to, so they were protecting us for a while. And then they made us primitives. Well, I suppose that's another twist to the story for the D&D world, I suppose. But it is done. We have our modifier.
The special project has concluded.
First League. Evidence of what appears to be a failed escape of some sort of distance south of the prison complex. A toppled utility vehicle from the prison was found behind a small cliff, and several kilometers beyond that were the remains of several prisoners in stolen pressure suits. They seem to have died of asphyxiation when the oxygen supply in their suits ran out. For whatever reason, authorities saw no reason to collect the bodies. Yeah, so we have spurred by the past. Increases our unity, our happiness, our governing ethics, attraction, and our research speed. And there really isn't anything else for you to do, so excavate. Oh no, you're already excavating. So excavate. And the starbase here needs to be equipped with a gun battery, a missile battery, and a disruption field generator. I really don't care who becomes the ruler. I don't really plan on doing electioneering. Not at this stage of the game. Eleanor Leroux.
Knowledge is the key to the universe. Construction completed.
Yeah. Wait, did we get destroyers yet? We need destroyers. Yeah. We're gonna lag behind if we don't get destroyers.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
We got a fusion reactor, which is good. Let's go with adaptable. Applied quantum physics. Yeah, we're lagging behind without that access to that destroyer tech.
Ship upgrades applied.
I think it's evident. Well, until they put... They actually have a defensive pact with Black Star. So, I'm not too interested in causing problems for them at the moment. Simply in defending my species. And they also have targets from various empires, which makes me very curious to see what's going on the galactic scale.
Construction completed.
I suppose I'll find out the more I survey and explore. We've discovered the Union of Daemon. Well met, alien friends. We are the Union of Daemon, a nation built on the principles of peaceful coexistence and individual freedoms. The cultural achievements of your species have impressed the Prime Minister Joachim de Sukkar, the current head of our government. Now, I know that they appear to be fox people. I'm going to tell you right now, they ain't fox people. They're wolf people. There is no wolf people portrait. I say this because there's another species with the very same portrait that are fox people. We can learn much from each other. And they have a Cassius Belli on us for ideology. Why do they have an ideology, Cassius Belli? Do they not? I don't know why they have a... They also have superior fleet power, which is interesting. I will send my other diplomat to improve relations and guarantee their independence. So those two spawned where they were supposed to.
Construction completed.
But we'll see. Now, the energy burn is starting to become a bigger issue. Oh, actually, but I don't need to buy that much now. I should fix it. And we're still burning energy, though. And most of it's on districts.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Do what we can. Captain's Chronicle. A sort of logs has been recovered from the bridge. Made forced landing on planet 5523-X. Incompetent crew to blame. Shadba, Vuxal, and Dirgbak III did not survive. Pirvax lost 2 secondary appendages and 11 of his eyes. Remains in critical condition. Survival doubtful. Rest are fine. Awaiting rescue but surrounded by idiots. Very depressed. We will see. And the other one, in the very heart of the formation lies an overgrown processional entrance leading deep underground, choked with vegetation and half buried in rubble from some tectonic shift ages past. The going is very hard, and clearing the passageway is quite an undertaking. So we have the crash starship and well, looks like we've uncovered the Juvan. There's our threat. We have received a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that call themselves the Juvan Imperial Systems. I can't do a... Imagine a French accent here. I speak on behalf of the Juvan Imperial Systems, and I bring you greetings. Our great leader, Empress Eyes of Lavender, is very pleased to have made contact with your unique species, and we look forward to an exchange of culture and ideas. Our citizens send their regards. Or perhaps it's not a threat. That's interesting. It tagged them as a harmonious collective and not a slaving society. Which is very curious. However, their stance of belligerent is the glorious Juvan order. Their stance on belligerent is very much what I expected. And them being belligerent, I also kind of make sense because they don't really have much in the way of rivals. And their stance of cooperative makes sense as well. So, however, there are other species. There is the Kormathi Lethal Instrument Realms. And there are the Panaxala Hegemony, which have been basically bullied into serving the Juvan Imperial systems. Because if we go to diplomatic map mode, there should actually be... yeah, because it's their actual colors, but unions make so much more sense. Now, there should be an option where you can see the federations, but I suppose not.
Research concluded.
Oh well. I suppose you have to wait for the... No, I need destroyers. I need destroyers badly. But this means I need to expand out southward. This means that I am small, and I do not like being small.
Construction completed.
And I'm going to go with mind over matter. Since the dawn of our civilization, tales have flourished of mighty sorcerers wielding power that can only be described as supernatural in nature. Those rare eras could supposedly invade the minds of their fellows, lift heavy objects with merely a thought, or perform any number of quote-unquote magical feats. Until then, these stories were just that, stories. Now, however, our scientists have finally obtained conclusive evidence that proves the psionic potential inherent in certain era individuals. Although only a very small minority of our species as a whole seems to be gifted with psionic powers, their numbers relative to the total population has grown steadily for just the last few centuries. Whether this is due to some sort of evolutionary growth spurt or because something has triggered latent psionic abilities that are not always present in our code, scientists cannot say. But yeah, I need to expand southward. And I need generators, damn it. First Mate's report. This is from the crashed starship. First Mate Yethor speaking. Captain has been safely stored in the utility closet C. That bumbling fool is to blame for everything. I am in command now. Chief Engineer Zorbla is working on a subspace transmitter. Without one, I fear we will never be rescued as we're too far off the corporate trade route. Bitterback's lost another eye, like it will bless the day. Well, that's a little bit disturbing. But that's interesting, because they want to keep borders open, because we're not going to interfere in their affairs. And, as I said, I need to fix that energy credit issue. I'm working on it. I just need more pops. I need more people to work those generators is what I need. We'll see what happens. I'm half tempted to build another colony. I mean, because that could be an agricultural planet. I could definitely make that an agri world. That wouldn't be that hard. But I don't need an agri world. We have enough food being generated. And actually, this will stave off starvation. Or this will stave off the inevitable collapse of our economy.
Research concluded.
Psionic army. Damn it. Yeah, Adisil not being able to upgrade its buildings is a bit of an issue right now because we don't have the ability to purchase any resources that we don't have access to. Yet another log. Running out of food.
Research concluded.
Ate our dead 5 cycles ago, but not enough to last us. We had a vote and I decided to eat the captain. Engineer Zarba is still working hard on the subspace transmitter. She assures me it is nearly complete. It looks very complex. Pervax's last secondary appendage has shriveled up and turned magenta. Death is near. And I'm fairly certain that that archaeological site is getting no progress. Oh, no, that's the one that they... Okay, so Aklum's almost done. That's why. Okay, so he just has a very difficult... Yeah, she has a very difficult one to do. That's why. Energy Nexus. 100% in Energy Nexus. We are super low on energy credits. The Amber Pump Puzzle Box. Once past the collapsed entrance, a tunnel bores deep into the earth, architecturally flawless despite its age. Kilometers down, it opens to a massive, perfectly spherical chamber floating in a suspension field. At the very center is an inscrutable alien device. A semi-opaque, amber-tinted tube with intricate alien patterns inscribed on all 6 sides. Touching the inscriptions causes rhythmic pulses of light to be emitted from the cube.
Knowledge is
There
the
is
key
no
to
trace
the universe.
of any known language, code, or mathematical equation in the chamber or the puzzle box itself, but it is fairly safe to assume the box is a riddle of some kind. Cool. Now we get destroyers, so now I want... I want civilian fabs. And I want, because I have access to the ship designer, I would request a picket ship destroyer and go to fleet manager, and I would like to add a ship design, add 1 destroyer, because that will, bam, and then reinforce the fleet. We need to be ever vigilant. Humanity is small, but humanity will be strong.
An alien nation is hailing us.
Hold on. I've got to enact a few things. There we go. After successfully translating their language, we have established the Otheli robotics supremacy. Greetings from CEO Raxor, the undisputed ruler of the Otheli robotic supremacy. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your many worlds. Our citizens send their regards. Welcome to the Otheli Robotic Supremacy, your #1 on-demand actualizer of intellectual capital. How can we help you? I don't like this. Treasure of the Wise. The patterns on the puzzle box turns out to be visual abstractions of various forces described in physics. After that revelation, solving the box was a simple matter. Moments after unlocking the combination of tactile inputs required, the puzzle box disintegrated into flickering motes of incandescent dust. The event was fairly anticlimactic until moments later the whole chamber began to rumble and a hidden wall panel moved aside to reveal what could be best described as an ancient alien library of highly advanced theoretical physics.
We are being hailed.
Union of Damon. The galaxy presents enough threats without having to worry about a war between the Eren Alliance and the Union of Damon. I agree to your proposal of a non-aggression pact. Another log from First Met Yuthar. Confronted Zarbia about the subspace transmitter. Turned out she just shoved a bunch of junk and loose cables into an empty fuel canister. She's not even a real engineer. Pervax is now leaking fluids from
Knowledge
this
is the key
mesothorax. Will
to
surely
the
perish
universe.
soon.
We are
Ends.
being hailed.
The Eren people should not be prisoners in the Eren Alliance, and neither should our own people be limited. Let us remedy this. Sure.
Construction completed. We are being hailed.
Sure. I'll do a commercial pact.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And let's go with quantum energy states. Actually, no, we can do that later. So I can literally do this and then pop quantum energy states.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Let's get a star hold. This has got me a little nervous.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
More than a little bit nervous.
Construction completed.
Oxla, the third mate. First mate Ythar committed suicide by ripping off his own antennas yesterday. Technician second class Musilva declared herself empress shortly afterwards, but food riots forced her to exile on the lower decks. Situation very bleak. Cannibalism widespread. Pirvax has turned entirely magenta after his lower abdomen exploded yesterday. Should be dead, but is not. Now worshipped as deity by Gamma Shift. It's like, what the world is going on in there, man? But I am going to build a psych war. An extensive analysis of the canals on the planet's surface has been carried out. It is evident that the intricate canal grid is not formed with any naturally occurring geological... Shut up. Go away. What do you want? No, fuck off. The analysis dug out with deliberate intent due to the considerable age of the trenches having been carved out for more than 100,000 years prior, and as such considerably eroded, it is difficult to ascertain when they are made.
Research concluded.
At this point, I will build another ship. As much as I like having access to choke points, I don't like being surrounded the way I am.
Research concluded.
I really don't like being surrounded the way I am.
Research concluded.
The Penoxula hegemony, yeah.
Research concluded.
More findings come in, and with them a new theory. Millennia ago, this planet was beset by an invading extraterrestrial organism best described as a huge snail-like creature the size of a city. It roamed with impunity, scouring the surface clean of all organic matter it touched. The trenches were dug out by the indigenous population of the diminutive muscle-like humanoids in order to either escape the onslaught or try and attack its vulnerable underbelly. By the extent, the trench war must have gone on for generations, perhaps centuries. There is no indication the local population survived the crisis, nor are there any remnants of the behemoth that devoured them. A grim fate indeed. Partial log. One last log has been found and translated. Patrol log. Officer Gillum. Detected crashed vessel on 55-23-X. Moved to investigate. The vessel identified as the Ravnik, a Class P modular freighter. A single survivor in critical condition was recovered from the wreckage. Identity confirmed as Pirvax. Boatswain's... Holy shit, that man! How? How did he survive? This man is fucking legendary. Remaining crew either perished in crash or turned on each other slightly before our arrival. As per standard protocol, I'm leaving this log here and registering Ravnik as a protected gravesite. Ending recording now. It's like, okay. Well, that was interesting, is what I will say. Certainly interesting.
We are being hailed.
Yes, I will agree to a research agreement. More philosophy allows wars of aggression, and then distance is another major factor. What about the Coalition of Black Star?
A new world of opportunities awaits.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what we find. We'll see what we find. The crew clearing the jungles on Fulgore Prime has stumbled upon an unusual find. Previously obscured deep beneath a tangle of old withered trees where it would seem no era has ever ventured before are nine massive statues, casting dark, tall landscape shadows over the landscape, winged and pale as they exude an aura of otherworldliness. Perhaps they were created in the image of a deity or idol that has since passed into oblivion. They do not resemble any life forms on this planet. We should learn more about them.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
It could be the, either the 9 elemental lords. I'll deal with this guy later. Wait, what? Okay. Maybe not. Greetings, Era. We are freedom fighters, former slaves from the Tarathian Commonwealth, where we suffered much abuse under the oppression of President Dujuvi Galav. We have long admired your egalitarian standards, the Eren way, as we refer to it back home, and we share your values. We have seceded and wish to be a part of your nation. Will you have us? Join us. We are all equal. Thus begins. Rock people are people too. Anyway, as I was saying, could be the Elemental 9 for the statues. Could be, and of course, I know that it's Stellaris, so it isn't. But this is. I am Ethan Drake. I am commanding the Empire. I know all these things. I am immersing ourselves in this world space. So it could be either Lumen, God of Light, Umbra, God of Shadow, or Goddess of Shadow. Fulgore, God of Lightning. I think Aquila is what I named her. Goddess of Water. Terra, God of Earth. Aria Orventi, her name kind of changed at a certain point. Goddess of Wind. It could also be Ignis, God of Fire. Or Glacie, Goddess of Ice. Or it could be Prima, the first elemental, which technically she's opposited by Discordia, but nobody really worships her. Like, nobody good worships her, so gonna ignore her, because there's also evil variants of the elemental gods as well, so that would end up being more than 9. Anyway, and then of course there are the regular 9, which is god of law and order, Amala, goddess of sanctuary, Ersu, god of freedom, I guess you could say. There is Optus, god of money and wealth, Lux, god of knowledge. What's the other one? The Longman, god of nature. And then, of course, there's the evil ones. So the last 3 is Locked, god of war and domination, sacrifice. There is Quet, goddess of murder and betrayal and deceit. And then there is El Kento, who is just madness and insanity. He is Cthulhu Man. I mean, yes, I'm aware it's not connected to the trade network. There's nothing I can really do about it. But what I will do is make sure that it is well defended. But we need a planetary administration. I believe they are rock people, so they don't eat. Oh, but there's also Tenathians on here as well. So I will build, because it is so disconnected. There. That should work.
We are being hailed. We are being hailed.
As crime levels continue to drop on Erissil, local authorities have been able to focus their efforts on thwarting the illegal enterprises thwarted by the Artheli robotic supremacy. A large number of arrests have been made, forcing their criminal branch out of existence. Oh my god, what? What? They're what? They're criminals! Holy shit, they're criminals! I should have declared war on them earlier! Oh my god! Literally what happened? Because we have, the reason why crime dropped is because we had psychic cops. So literally what happened is they established a criminal enterprise on my homeworld, and then Ethan the Phoenix and, like, I don't know, whoever else is around, maybe Aurora, and the others, basically, like, fucking space cops, fucking psychic cops, literally took down the... Awesome. I didn't realize that was a thing. Now, if I knew that was... Yes. If I knew that was a thing, I would have attacked them way earlier. I would have been like, I don't care how fucking powerful you are. I am going to... Fucking criminals, man. I didn't notice that. Man, these other empires are way more powerful than me. But don't worry, for while I am small, I am far, far more easily defended than they are. And I do plan on expanding. It is now evident that we are too damn small.
System survey concluded.
But I'm going to try and expand it in an intelligent way.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Very much going to try and expand in an intelligent path. Uh-oh. 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 Something has gotten into the archaeologists. The excavation thus far has been impeded by freak accidents, injury, and misfortune, and now even senior researchers with decades of field experience are blaming the Sentinels. Overcome with superstition and paranoia, they claim the statues move about when no one is watching, yet there is nothing to suggest their jointless limbs are even capable of motion. Matters spun further out of control when traces of biomatter, indicative of heavy bleeding, was found lodged within a series of tiny cuts on the terminal portions of a Sentinel. Whether the Sentinels are just a convenient scapegoat or something more sinister remains to be seen. Well, if it is sinister, then blow it up.
To the universe.
If it's evil, blow it up. I give you the permission. An archaeologist... DuPont! DuPont! She was the best! She'd been with us for a while. She was leader of our government briefly. She was last seen leaving the camp at sunset to find a tranquil spot to consider the Sentinels. In the days leading up to her disappearance, she raised concerns about the safety at camp following a growing number of accidents, and we fear she may have abandoned her mission in protest. DuPont, no. Oh, hell yeah, I'll recruit you. You, command the ERN Discovery. You research that. That was an unnecessarily annoying reshuffle, but we'll put our next best on it, Vladimir Polachev, who was leader and was quite experienced in the matters of these mysteriously dangerous artifacts.
Construction completed.
I don't care about your silly artifacts. But the
Ship
Otheles...
upgrades applied. Ship upgrades applied.
The Otheles mean that I need to... They have taken direct action against us, and they must be dealt with. As much as the Tyrans are an issue, dealing with the Otheles is my primary concern at this point in time. A compositional analysis of the Sentinels have revealed that they are made from an unknown hybrid metal-ceramic composite. Such material could not have been forged by a prehistoric society, yet preliminary readings suggest they predate all known civilizations on Fulgor Prime. Unfortunately, the scanners cannot yet pierce the metal coating. And they are, conveniently, only one path in, since Quar's compass, which means our direct assault would be right here. We could do that. We could definitely do that. We could 100% do that. And that would cut them off from this portion of the galaxy and still keep a steady beat. So I will make my claims.
Situation log has been updated.
And since the Cariners have left their
A new world
ships,
has been colonized.
and of course now we have
We are
cruisers.
being hailed.
Oh shit. Find her! I need her. I need Dupont! Jeanette Dupont's belongings, including her mind gazer, a device used to isolate the mind from outside interferences, have been found on a ledge overlooking the Sentinels. Sticks forming a half-finished outline around one of the statues suggest she may have diverted her exercise to mark its position. Her flashlight and scanner were discovered crushed under a shattered piece of the Sentinel's wing. The scanner had been modified in a peculiar manner. Perhaps it could help us pierce the protective layer. If we wish to find her alive, we must divert extra resources to the search, as her chances of survival in the wilderness diminish drastically every day. Spare no expense. Dupont is a national treasure. You know this, Radomir. I trust Radomir. You must save her. You must save her. Damn it.
Construction completed.
Yes! She's alive. Jeanette Dupont has been found unconscious and badly injured, hiding in the underbrush below a natural rock formation, with a bloody data pad tucked under her arm. She was rushed into the hospital and was treated for severe brain injury indicative of blunt force trauma by an impact from above. Though her condition is now stable, she still suffers memory loss and has no recollection of how she sustained her wounds. Splinters of the unique metal alloy from the Sentinels are sculpted from were lodged in her parietal cranial bone. All she remembers is hiding from someone and subsiding off of what little the land had to offer. However, her notes may provide some helpful information. Hey. That's fine. She's resilient.
System survey concluded.
That's why she survived. She's resilient.
Research concluded.
Yeah, I kind of need artisan output be higher at this point. Oh, thank God. Thank God she's alive. Ah. Man. With that, next time our plan is to, if possible, engage the Otheli supremacy, and then, if possible, engage the Tetharians. Although our pursuit on the Tetharians is going to be significantly harder, because with the Otheli, all I really want to do is secure this planet, because this will basically prevent the Otheli from accessing any further in this particular section until they push further down, which will allow me to consolidate, basically allow me to claim more space without having to worry about rubbing up against them. And they did earn my ire first by attempting to raise crime on Lumen, and specifically on the planet of Erisil, which was thoroughly quashed by our Psychor, which is good. Ethan Drake, the Phoenix, is keeping an eyeball on that shit. And then, of course, I will shift to fight the Tinzans, mostly so that way I can actually link up with this system. And that will also, again, allow us to further expand and become the empire we need to be to protect the galaxy from riskier threats, which we have not yet met, and we have not yet been able to form the Federation. Once we do that, we can begin doing some electioneering. Hopefully, despite our small size, we can get a decent diplomatic weight. If not, then we'll need to begin acquiring one, as it were. That being said, if you did like this, let me know. I will do more of them if you like them. Well, I'm going to do more of them anyway. It's just a question of whether or not it gets priority, is what it is. If you liked it, you liked it. Like it. If you like more like this, then subscribe, obviously. If you have questions, comments, concerns, comment. And I am, again, in a podcast called Weekly RPGs. I'm sure you've heard enough about it. I keep on promoting it at the end of every single episode. So just go and check out the links in the description, damn it. That's awesome. I'll see you guys in the next one.